Hello and welcome everyone to Explorers of Elsewhere live. We are live this time. Tyson Talk episode 3. Hi, my name is DM Dan, and I am joined this evening by three beautiful creatures by the names of Nate,
Hello.
Livvy,
Hello.
and Fio.
Hello.
How are the three of you on this beautiful evening?
Fine.
Good.
I didn't know it was alive, so
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
put my language back in the box.
Well, you'll be happy to know, actually, insider knowledge right here. YouTube have recently allowed people to get monetized again if they swear within the first 7 seconds. But you have to say a lot of naughties to lose the money.
Okay.
Like, to lose.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yes. We'll wait until the finale, and then we'll just.
And then I can say all of.
Yeah.
I mean, wait until Dan is monetized, and then
And then start.
there's no
dropping.
point in doing it now. Wasting
We're
work.
not. We're not. Deprive me of those pennies.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait and then I'll.
Hello to everyone in chat as well. Hello, Lane, Errol, Carl, Chris. Hi. How are you all doing? You all good? I realise it's going to take about 15 seconds for anyone to reply. But while we wait for those to come back, we are coming together to have a little chat, have a little natter about what's been happening in the third Explorers of Elsewhere campaign, the Titan Isles, using the Darrington Press rule set Daggerheart. Because we've started our second act, we are firmly within the second third of the campaign, and you've kind of taken your first steps after the calamity of the Act 1 finale, but in true Dan fashion, I've dropped a bit of a cliffhanger at the end of episode 9, and it made Nate so mad. So mad.
Errol will be able to empathise.
Errol,
Seeing there
you
in the chat.
will be able to empathise as well. Nate, does your hat say goblin?
Yes, it does say goblin.
Yes, it does say goblin.
I got this at Fantasy Forest because I'm a cool kid.
And a goblin.
And a goblin.
Definitely a goblin.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that everyone is doing well. Chris, sick and warm, but all right. Chicken soup, mate. Just all in every orifice. That's what you're at.
Yeah. All 10 of them, and you guess which ones they are.
So, I know that the five of you have like a bit of a WhatsApp channel, a WhatsApp group without me, where you discuss and plan and scheme. But so I don't know if you've kind of concocted any like questions or theories that you want to throw out. Effectively, we're just going to have a little natter. I don't think did we have you in the last? We didn't have you in the last chat, did we, Livvy? No. Okay, so yeah, we can catch up with you about your thoughts on like the end of Act 1 and up to episode 9 and that. But between the three of you, is there anywhere that you want to start in particular?
Well, I guess we can poke at the big purple elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So yes, obviously, Taro has returned. So for anyone who hasn't watched campaign 2, this might be a little bit of a spoiler, but sort of like the person who just went, let me make this whole city have a big fight, for the lols. That was pretty much her thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, and
So
I
she's back.
can neither confirm nor deny that the M&S lady voice that turned the room purple was in fact the lady in purple. I just cannot.
Which might fight. So I had a very early conspiracy theory, which I did have a chat with the group. But I don't think that's the case anymore. And that's why I didn't say anything, because I was like, I'm going to wait until I get my facts a little bit more straight. I originally believed that Ellis Mira was a tarot type kind of person. Considering that she was obviously being able to get her way around people and just mysteriously disappear. But obviously, we found out why the reason that was for, and it is because she's a pirate queen, and of course,
Yes.
pirate queens can do that.
Yes.
So, yeah, so
Yes.
that's off my theory list now.
Okay. I mean, did the two of you buy into the Elismira is some weird otherworldly being theory?
I believe that more than the Pirate Queen theory. I think that made me surprised because I was like, because I bought into Nate's like, oh, she's like an archfey sort of type.
Don't
like,
listen to me. I always go wrong.
Yeah, but you have more knowledge of the campaigns than I do. So I was like, oh no, I buy that. It's cool. So in a way, I think like I was not disappointed because I think Pirate Queen Elismira is one very hot and two very cool. Cooper might not feel that so much anymore, but I was suddenly like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, it was interesting the difference. So yeah, it's been quite fun to. On the flip side, now we've met or meeting potentially Tarot if it is Tarot, potential Tarot. We'll call them potential Tarot. And yeah, I just want to see how twisted this gets.
Schrodinger's tarot.
Yeah. We cannot confirm or deny.
Don't know until you bite into it if it's a taro potato or not. I was sad that I missed the Elismira reveal because I thought that she was the boss. So I thought that she was going to be revealed as the leader of the gang of the pirates. I don't know if she was going to be a pirate queen, but I thought she'd probably be revealed to be the overarching puppet master. So I'm sad I missed that, but I
mean,
I had a feeling that she was the one pulling the strings. Yeah.
I mean, you were present for the biggest reveal that Boss Ungrinner was in fact Boss Ungrinner.
This is the stupidest thing. It's so stupid.
Dan sort of mentioned in the WhatsApp chat, he was just like, "Oh, did you see that little play on words?" And no one responded to him because we weren't gonna.
Yeah, we saw it, Dan. We saw it.
The absolute worst. No, like I sat there and I was like, okay, I really want to kind of present Grinner as this really sort of like intimidating, kind of scary individual, but I kind of want there to be a little bit of a bait and switch. But how do I do it? And I was like, well, he's probably, so I knew Elismira, obviously Elismira is a pirate queen, and she would have a first mate / bosun. It was just the way it was probably like a proper toilet jobby. I was just like on the porcelain throne thinking bosun, boss. And there, I'll be honest, I did kind of go, can I get away with that level of cringe? Because it's not a clever plot twist, is it?
You know, we always appreciate like a dad joke, so it was always going to be appreciated.
A good dad joke is appreciated in this chat. Yes. This is fair.
So,
yes. So, given if Nate's theory turns out to be true about why the room has just gone purple and a rather refined feminine voice has just started speaking, I guess Nate and Era, if you're still in chat, how do you feel that will change the trajectory of the campaign or affect it? And I suppose, Livvy and Fio, if you've got ideas as well, like I don't know how much Nate has told you about Tarot's role in campaign 2.
Not really, but just from the way Nate has reacted, I'm scared. So, like, not like scared as in like I'm scared for my life, but more scared as in what kind of hammer is she going to hit to cause more chaos? Because I feel like they are a person who likes chaos. Just again from vibes alone.
Yeah, I've got a lot of questions because it's very much just like, was was Malgulva able to keep her in that orb? Or did she just sit in there for shits and giggles until something else came along? Because she does that as well.
Cozy,
Yeah.
just somewhere
Just
nice
like,
to sit.
oh, like what does she want? Because we know very well, I know anyway, and anyone else who's watched like the very, very end of campaign 2, that we know that Taro's plan was to get to the others, which whoever she's sort of arranging or whoever she's trying to collect again, don't know. We still don't really know what Taro is, so that hasn't really been. We just know that she's some otherworldly entity that just seems to be able to manipulate things how she wants. So we don't really know sort of like what she wants with us, or whether or not it's us that she actually wants, or she's just waiting for someone to free her and then she's just going to cling on to that.
I think, well, for anyone who hasn't watched campaign 2, and you absolutely should if you've got some time.
Great.
I think it's not really a massive spoiler. I think, Nate, you suggested this after we've wrapped on Monday night, that Taro, like the role that Taro kind of embodies is very Loki like.
Yes.
Like she is the person who will just pull at the thread on the sweater, and she knows exactly what's going to happen, but she still wants to see it unravel and then watch contently, like excited,
and just go, oh no.
Who knew that would happen? Sorry, Chris has suggested, it felt like a collective of demigods. I'm trying to summon Captain Planet when all 5 of the powers combine in campaign 5. So yeah, maybe. And that'd be campaign 6 anyway. That'll do it. So.
Yeah, more time to get the rest of them.
Oh, you always have 5 players, so you have to arrange 5 players through 5 campaigns. So.
Exactly. Yes, or she's a cultivated root vegetable that gains sentience. I think the campaign 2 players wish she were simply a cultivated root vegetable that gains sentience. You would have been able to deal with her a bit more. But yes, it'd be obviously I know where I'm going with this storyline. Yeah,
good.
I'm interested.
At least someone does.
Someone knows what's going on.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how you lot react to it, especially you, Nate, because you may or may not, depending on the validity of your assumptions and theories, you may be on track. But yeah, other than that, I guess I say any others, or shall we kind of start in episode 9 or 8 and work forwards?
I don't think there was anything else that's been brought up. It's mostly been me. That's just been like, I think this is happening, and everyone's like, all right.
Okay, well, I suppose one other thing that we can. Well, Livvy, we didn't get a chance to touch on it with you in the last one. But what happened with Abe, level up wise? Like, what did Abe start doing post, from the start of Act 2?
What happened when he leveled up?
Yeah.
More strong. All I did.
More strong, more bonk.
More strong, more bonk.
More tonk.
More tonk.
Those are the options, actually.
He's got that tattooed on his back.
Please draw that
like across his knuckles, just in really tiny writing.
Yes.
More tonk. Yeah.
More tonk. Yeah. If you don't see a theme with how I'm building Abe, then the theme is strong.
Strong bonk tonk.
Strong bonk tonk. So his thresholds are now ridiculous. Even more ridiculous than they already was. I think he's even got even more armor slots. He's got
like
more
11
health.
armor slots, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I can now, because I'm a support tank, I can take other people's like armor. Like if you get hit anywhere close to Abe, he can take armor slots for you. So I've got like
Nice.
loads of it. He's just a massive
Good for me.
tank now. He's really
That's
tanky.
good for me too.
Yeah, I know. Well, I thought like just all of you are so squishy. Like obviously, like he's built to be a tank, but he's tanking in a party that are not. There's no other tanking characters really in the campaign.
I
they're
think
all
like
squished.
Cass and Guardy both have more armor slots than Griffin and Cooper.
Yeah,
I think they do.
yeah.
Would be
Just
like-
yeah.
I think Cooper's got like an absurdly high evasion. in the
Evasion.
grand scheme.
It's because of his rogue
absurdly
status.
Yeah.
high. Yeah.
So
But-
like you're
yeah.
quite Cooper's quite tanky until you're not.
Until he gets hit,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he's
If he gets hit, he's absolutely screwed.
those
If he's not being hit,
those
he
3
can-
armor slots and those 3 hit
Yeah.
points ain't lasting long.
Immediate
I-
Family Guy pose. Just
because I've given him more hit points for that reason.
Yeah.
So like
So you got-
so he
you
now
can
has
be hit
8
twice.
hit points. Yeah, can be hit twice. He's now got 8 hit points and 4 armor slots. So
4
technically
armor
speaking,
slots.
that's all I've got.
I've
We-
only
we-
got 4 armor
Clever.
slots.
Yeah, that's all we've got. 4.
And I don't have very high evasion either.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm really
goodness.
lucky because of my rogue status that I have high evasion.
I mean, even on the
Hi,
other one,
Monty.
amazing. Well, yeah. So there was. So
no, I don't need a kiss right now. Thank you.
so more strong, more tonk, more bonk.
Mhm.
How do you feel? Like, have you been? Like, how do you feel Abe's been since the attack on Dorlashal and kind of everything that's happened?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a shock. I think, in Abe's mind, like, he was, in the nicest way of me saying this, putting down a very injured and hurt animal, and from knowing sort of him when he was still a child, so I think he thought like, oh god, this guy is so like infected and diseased, like we just got to put him to sleep, put him down. It's the best way to do things. And then obviously it's just caused even more absolute chaos. So I think he's just kind of like, oh, I was trying to do a nice thing and it's all gone horribly wrong. So I think only furthered his disdain for Malgulva and what happened to the sort of commune that he used to live in and how toxic it sort of became.
I think one of the interesting kind of connections I was able to make was like, well, I kind of knew that I wanted the Campaign 3 BBEG, so EXO in this instance, to be like this absolute kind of juggernaut of a character, like the truly unstoppable force. It's very, very akin to, say, for example, the Lich King in the Warcraft series. Just like you cannot stop him, you can only perhaps slow him down, but not for long, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I knew I'm going to make him a keeper, just because then he's got the physicality of like being this
He is going to be
9 foot
massive.
tall
Yeah.
pillar box. And then when we had your character crop up, Livvy, and then I was thinking, well, there's probably going to be like natives living on the Titan Isles. I kind of wanted the keepers to be a bit more of a focus because they weren't overly a focus for Elysia Rising. And then just kind of joining those dots and being like, oh, EXO is one of the keepers who we're kind of codifying as like primal aligned, like, attuned to nature. Except this one individual's gone completely off the deep end, joined, fought for the arcane, fought for Akan during the war. Clearly, he's become some mighty champion. And now he and Abe are returning home, in effect, at the same time.
And taking very different trajectories.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, trauma, I'll just go hide in a hut away from everyone and I'm going to become a god.
Yes.
So,
The two wolves.
The two wolves inside all of us.
Yes.
God or hermit. Which
God
way?
or hermit. How shall I do this?
Yes, it's I guess the other thing that we discussed like pre-campaign start, one of the guidelines that we were using is some problems can't be punched, and that was very much like I'll put my hands up and admit it was a bit of a DM Dan cutscene special, but EXO proving to himself, I present as something that can be punched, but no,
Cannot be punched.
Yes. How did the three of you find the saving of Riceville Nar?
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit choked up.
Yeah, I did. I definitely felt a few tears, if I'm honest.
What, when we
during
poached McGulver into the dust?
No, not that bit. Not that bit. The bit when you reunited with your daughter and she was like, "No, I can't go see my mum's grave." I was like, "Okay, thanks, Dad.
No.
Let's do that. Let's do that right now with no warning." Ow.
That's why the whole time of the chat I've been like, she's a bitch and I hate her and I want to punch her in the tit.
Yeah.
She's just a old lady. She's just I'm like, I gotta kill her.
No way of reasoning with her, nothing like that. It was just literally just like piss off.
Nice piece of work.
I mean, now I know that I brought some of you almost to tears. I kind of know the direction I need to go in, and I just need to go a bit harder so I get full 5 out of 5 player weeping, and then I'll feel accomplished in campaign 3. Then that's the bar, right? That's a litmus test.
Have you made other players cry in campaigns 1 and 2? Nate, do you know? Like, have you had like a full scale?
Anyone did
like not a TPK, but like a TPC.
I don't think anyone did a cry in campaign 2.
There were definitely tears. So pre-Elsewhere, there were definitely tears in the Cormier campaign, and I'll put my hands up. Most of them were mine.
But you were playing that for so long, so people
True.
were really invested in their characters by that time.
Carla said campaign 1, and Chris is saying campaign in Tales as well.
Tales was quite sad. There were some sad bits in
Some
Tales.
lovely bits in Tales.
I just had an angry.
You were angry, and then that made the rest of us sad.
I love to have a good shout. Just give me any excuse to have a good shout, I will.
Yes. It's you can't have a good time until someone's wept like a babe. That's the rule of TTRPGs. Right?
Noted. Make notes for more angst. There you go. Okay.
We'll just have to get married again and have another dead wife. We've played that card.
Well, speaking of dead wives, I guess we've kind of skirted around the issue a little bit that Abe had a wife, is now dead, is now buried at the Standing Stones where you can commune with the world spirits. But I'm interested. You and I, Livvy, we know what happened, but that's not come out in kind of role play or conversation. But
no,
I'll be interested to see, given Abe's social openness.
And my own.
Yes. I'm interested to see under what circumstances that does or doesn't come out, and sort of how never. Wife? No.
Daughter be like, how did she die?
Who? And so we'll see. We'll see. But if that comes out, that'd be interesting to see if that comes out.
I'm sure it will if we go to a place. Yeah.
How about Griffin? There's been at least one. Well, has there been any changes like character changes,
No,
character
right.
moments for Griffin?
I did really enjoy letting Griffin have a chat with Cass.
Yes.
I feel like it hasn't been very much explored a lot how much Cass really wants to talk to the world spirits and her sort of feelings towards the world spirits. So I really wanted to have a chat about it.
Yeah.
So that was very good of Georgia for indulging me with that. No, he hasn't changed much, I don't think. I think he realizes the severity of everything now and is there to be there for his new friends.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see sort of like how Georgia / Cass react, because obviously Cass is so laser focused on I'm going to find the world spirits, I'm going to give them a talking to. But there's a part of me that's like, what happens when that happens? Because it will, right? Like, we assume it will. And yeah, how Cass moves past that, because we've never seen Cass without a mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And arguably, from what we've understood from the discussions, Cooper has never seen Cass without a mission.
I mean, that's not entirely true, but no, there is obviously. I think Cooper has obviously seen a very different side to her than the one that she currently presents. I think she's always been quite like determined on whatever she's doing, so I don't think that's changed. But the intensity of it is a lot worse now than it was before, because there is. We think we established it was 13 years since.
Yeah.
So, like, you know,
that's a lot of time.
So it's a long time to be quite intense about things.
Yeah.
So I am also very intrigued to see.
Yeah.
how
Well, it
that
depends
plays out.
if she finds the answers that she's looking for that none of us really know what
they are. Yeah.
they are. I
did
don't even know
appreciate-
if she knows what they are. You know, not talking about Jordan, I'm talking about Cass. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
yeah.
that obsession where it's just like, oh, this will be the answer to what? Like, to what?
Yeah, because
You
I think the other thing for Cass is that her focus on the explorer task has meant that she's almost how blinded is Cass to everything else that's happening, because we all now know that there are significantly more things occurring.
At play.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So like it's not just like the Titans being so mad is like just a small part of the puzzle, and now we've got EXO, we've got the people of Riceville Nar falling under the sway of Malgulva, this voice in the mountain, the cave, the purple cave, the pirates, Dorlshall having a hole blown in it. Yeah, there's just so much else at work, and then right at the core of it is her ex-husband. Yeah.
It's like jazz hands, hi
guys.
I wasn't supposed to be here.
Chris, I think, well, Chris, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Chris is saying that he's glad that you masochist. He's glad that the end of Act 1 happened. No, because it's been the event that brought you all kind of together. With that in mind, I don't think we really kind of discussed it last time, Fio, but how obviously there was an NPC that died. And I don't think we particularly addressed how you feel, like Fio / Cooper, how you feel that might have changed your relationship with Cass.
Yeah. Interesting. I think
because that
yeah.
that was a very deliberate.
Yeah, I know. I could tell. I think I think, to be honest, hands up, I think Cooper has been, even pre that event, has been not softening. I think softening is the wrong word, but you know, he's not ever abandoned them to go off and do Kit Cran's job. He's not turned around to Griffin and says, let's just get out of here. There's never been that sense of abandoning the group. And that is probably because of Cass, mostly. So I don't think he's planning on going. I mean, he was very, very reckless in the Act 1 finale. He put himself in danger to protect her and essentially did get himself killed. So I think it's not that's changed. It's more the route they're now going, if that makes sense. Like, he knows it's more of a direction now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you think that Elismira was talking about when she started talking about Kikfran?
I don't know. That's why it's so annoying. I don't know. Because I rewatched it again today. And the thing is, because when we were designing the beginning of Act 1, all I got from Dan was, you're due to do a job. And I was like, okay. So that's like very chill. Just expect someone to come and do a job. And the thing is, because in my brain, Cooper he just jumps from job to job. That's all he's done. For the last 13 years, that's what he's done. Pre to that, he was working with Cass exclusively. So they did stuff together, but it was a very different sort of task. But since then, it's been, there's I don't know, like a hunting job or a small robbery here or there. Kind of a little bit like, I'm going to make fun of myself, a little bit like Red Dead 2, where you go around doing like gang missions. I feel like he was doing stuff like that. Not necessarily a little bit of this, a bit of that, like a little bit of like scheming, a little bit like train robbery, like whatever's there, he'll just kind of do just to kind of survive and get on. But it means he doesn't stay in the places very long. He just gets on. So I think with the Kikfran thing, it's like, this is just another one of those. This is just like, we're going to do that. This island apparently isn't inhabitable apart from this one thing. Sure, okay. That, we live in a magical world. That doesn't seem something that would put him off. So, not that I'm saying he's the Arthur Morgan of the world, but anyway, what I'm saying is that I don't think this was something any different to normal for him. So when Elismira was like, did you not think about that? Hello, cat. Please don't bite me when I'm trying to. He really wants to fight today. It's so funny. Anyway,
Percy's going to enact an Arthur Morgan ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is. I don't know. I think for Cooper in particular, he is very much like, I don't know what the deal is. I'm just doing a job. I think now it's getting a bit more real.
Yeah.
For him. So like the conversation was good to have because he's just like, okay, maybe I should have thought about this more clearly. Yeah. But he's, if that makes sense. So yeah.
How Fio is blessed with a little bit of extra kind of contextual knowledge thanks to the Elsewheres. So now that Cooper's had Elismira pseudo berate him for being like, why did you not look into this? We also know that Kikfran is is connected to a mysterious patron, and what appears to be a Sangrevar noble called Lord Sorrowwind. And obviously, we've also heard through the Elsewhere and Elsewhere that the job is going to go ahead, but this Exo-Draven is an obstacle. So we know that they're not connected. But yeah, where do you think that plot line's going?
I guess for maybe like context clues, I imagine that whatever this job is will be useful. Like whatever I was supposed to steal might be more useful for us than it is for Kikfran. It'll be the decision of, do we keep it and piss off Kikfran and cause more problems? Which probably will be the most sensible choice if it's that important to us going forward. But it will just mean we have someone else to deal with. That's what I'm gathering, because if it's to steal something, it will be something of value. And I imagine if it's of that much value, it will be valuable to the party as a whole, not just like money or something like diamonds or whatever. It's going to be something of value, maybe something magical, maybe something to help with what's going on. But I don't know exactly yet. Also, I'm really sorry for causing all the Red Dead 2 conversation in the chat.
Yeah,
There's a long Red Dead 2 conversation going on now. It's like, no, don't worry about these guys.
Yeah.
We play bad, Arthur. What?
We're a theatre for communication.
So do we
Yes.
know where the thing is that kick Fran? Where Cooper needs
It's
to get
in
to?
the Eastern Island, right? In the mountain, near the mountain. So I think it's where Malgruva was. I think that's the mountain they're referring to. So I think it is all connected.
Are they all the same place? Yeah.
I think that's the same place.
Yeah.
My understanding is the same place. Dan might be
Yes.
like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
But,
no, you're like, hang on, I'm gonna, we're doing some live overlay editing here. Let me see if I can just dump the map right across our faces.
I'm just going to deal with the cats for a second while you do that. So give me a minute.
Bam. Okay, right. Oh, that's humongous. Hold.
It's big.
Hold. Let me shrink that down. Okay, so yeah, if I just drop the map right between our faces here. So yeah, we've got Dorlashal, the little island in the southern bay. And you guys have kind of gone due north, and you're now back in Riceville Nar, which is kind of just south of the large kind of lakey pond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's been referring to the Eastern Isle. I could probably say the Southeastern Isle, if anything. But yeah, you know that the folk of Riceville Nar have been heading to the mountain. So the voice of the mountain that Malgulva was kind of talking about is the big old mountain with the clouds around it. Abe, you would know that to be the mountain.
The mountain, yeah.
Because it's certainly the largest, but you would also know that island is the most kind of dangerous and treacherous of the archipelago. I mean, and you know, we're also acknowledging that is in comparison to the 2 gods that are living here. Yeah, the general fauna of the Southeastern Isle is of a higher level. Right, get rid of that. So yes, but there are a lot of people seemingly interested with this almost forbidden island in the southeastern part of the archipelago. But yeah, we'll see what happens, but maybe later, because it sounds like you guys, the 5 of you still need to tell me what direction you want to kind of go in.
We don't know yet.
We don't know. That's fair. Like we've stopped off at Riceville Nar, and you know that Exo is trooping off somewhere. He's got a countdown. He's got a clock.
Yeah.
Clocks are dastardly deeds.
What was he like? I'm gonna go eat the spirits.
Yeah, but which one?
Yeah, but which one?
Which one? Well, I know which one I'd want to eat. No, wait.
Nah, I know
which...
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, between the 5 of you, we'll have to figure out what direction we're going, and maybe the community, maybe those of you in chat can give us some pointers in which direction maybe we head in first, because we Gardy knows, for all intents and purposes, that he banished the 2 of them home.
Back to them home. Them homeses.
Them homeses. So they are in 2 discrete points on the map. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see which way you head. Mentioning clocks, just something I'm excited by, even though I know it's going to dominate the next 24 hours of my life.
I love it.
The official, unofficial Daggerheart Foundry module is released. Yeah! And I have to rebuild everything.
Yay!
I have to rebuild the overlay from the ground up. But yeah, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that tomorrow we'll be using an actual dedicated for Daggerheart overlay system, so there's not going to be intense macro and HTML coding to let you
I'm used
throw
to
a
it
punch.
now. I don't want a new one. I like our weird janky system.
Oh,
I
it's so
understand it
janky.
now.
It is the most gaffer tape system I've ever put together. And I was saying to Fio actually, the last time you were in Riceville Nar, Cooper swiped like a marble spear tip, right? And then we were going to be like, oh, it could be like a dagger. And when I say that the system that we currently run on is jank, like a weapon item, if you've ever played like Foundry or Roll20, we can kind of get an idea for what's going on behind like a weapon item, right? No. I have to write macro scripts to allow it to reference a specific character's abilities, so it pulls those through, and then kind of links in with some of their other bits, and then it links in total to about 3 different macros. So then that when you click the one button, it automates it all beautifully, and out it comes, and it tells you if it's a crit or a hit, or if you've got extra rolls like sneak attack. But it is all very, very, very particular to each character. So I put this dagger in for Cooper, and then the next session, I then realised, Cooper gave the dagger to Cass. So Cass cannot use that dagger because I would have to go back in and change all of the macros.
Yeah. I was hoping that you were going to fix all the macros, and then I was going to get Cass to give it to Abe.
No, so yeah, there is a point.
I'll hold on to that.
Yeah, I think that you can almost pinpoint the moment in that episode where I go, oh, hang on, did you give that to Cass? And Theo, you nod, and I just do not talk about the dagger at all. I just stop talking about it. Yes, as Carlos pointed out, now we've got this new system. And a massive shout out to the Foundry Born community, because they've done a cracking job on it. It's going to be so easy because now I can just go, oh, have you given the dagger to Cass? Drag, drop, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Are there any other bits that we want to bring up? I mean, you all seem quite surprised at how difficult the Malgulva fight was.
Yeah, I mean,
so surprised. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
I do want to be thankful for the fact that some people got my little callbacks when I was talking about other people who have spoken to world spirits before.
Yeah, that you talk to other people that they talk to. Yeah.
Yeah, a nice cheeky little Tales reference there.
And campaign 1.
And campaign 1.
That's very true. That is very, very true.
I watched it.
On that front, Carl did ask it pseudo in jest earlier, but who have been your favourite world spirits, and or what? Because obviously the beauty of world spirits in a setting like Elsewhere is that you can make them up and everything is true for all intents and purposes. So is there any particular one that has particularly taken your fancy? And I appreciate this is a slightly loaded question because half of our number literally created the 2 Titans.
Yeah. As a whole, all of the world spirits as a whole,
just in general, sort of like what would your have you got a favorite, or is there an idea of a world spirit that makes you think, oh, I'd love if this were a thing? I suppose now you've created 2 world spirits at this point.
I have created 2 world spirits, yeah. Because Coraloro was very cute, so I do like Coraloro.
Yeah, Coraloro was cute.
Let's start with Theo. Is there between the world spirits? So to date, we've hosted Pfizer and Barunan, who you've seen real up close. There was Coraloro from campaign 1. Carl introduced the Storm Bear. Anton introduced a kind of a flying serpent, like a World Spirit in campaign 1. World Spirits weren't a known quantity in campaign 2, so that was moot. And then Dan in Tales was creating like the Winter Wolf, the White Wolf. Is any of those kind of taking your fancy, or have you thought, I've got an idea and it's much better than all of these?
Yeah, rubbish.
Sorry, I'm being attacked by my cat, so maybe I would have been a cat World Spirit.
Yeah.
Like, I think that could be quite fun.
Livvy, you created the World Spirit for Rayri in Tales.
I did, yeah.
So
I really
he is
liked
just
that one in
attacking
my
me,
head.
so-
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have an ankle-biting cat World Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That just gives no shits about anything.
This is true.
Doesn't get involved with anything.
Carla's pointed out that arguably Dryadia is sort of a World Spirit, although she's more of an avatar of Coraloro now. Spoilers. Yes. Okay. So ankle biting cat. Great. What about you, Livvy? Has there been and you are allowed to just say Pfizer. Is there a World Spirit that you've been drawn to?
No one's seen the picture that I drew of Pfizer, and I think she. Have we put that in anywhere?
Massive jubbalies.
And I spent ages on those thighs.
I've been
Honking
told.
badongas.
I've been told big
Thorough
old
Livvy
juicy
special.
thighs are involved as well. I just drew a nice bird.
I know you drew a nice bird, and I'm just like, right, she's gonna burn massive thighs, muscly arms, tiny little waist.
Good old badonkers.
Real primal bazookas.
Honka-donkaroos.
That's the voice note that Livvy sent me that accompanied the
I just
pictures.
asked, just like, could they be a bit kind of humanoid? And Dan was like, yeah. And I'm like,
World Spirit
cool.
kitties.
So yeah, I mean, she's top of my list.
In more ways than one.
In more ways than one.
I think the actual quote from you was large-thighed mantis mummy, I think is the exact word that you used.
And then we hadn't seen them before, and Livvy was just like, "Don't worry, Nathan, you're gonna like her."
Well, Nate, did you like her?
Yeah.
Did you?
Very
Even
nice,
the
very nice
first
lady.
the first thing she did is almost step on you.
That's all we
That
can ask
makes
for,
her
really.
doubly. Yeah.
Why do you think I get into RPGs?
Okay, so yes, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
she's-
Pfizer juicy. I'm happy. That's a Livvy quote. I apologise, but we're almost at the watershed. I'm allowed to put you on. I'm allowed to display your rand to the world.
These are private conversations between me and you, Dan, about artistic critiques
Artistic
on my
direction.
my world spirit. Thighs large enough. Well,
I
once
didn't
I
share
knew
the
it,
conversation you had
it-
about Rayri and Abe yesterday. So.
No. Oh god.
After 9 p.m. After 9 p.m.
And that will stay with us till the day we die.
How about you, Nate? Has there been a particular world spirit that's piqued your, kind of caught your interest?
No, I did like Coraloro just because one, it's cute and it's a little deer thing, and I liked that. And two, I think that was sort of like my first proper sort of contribution to the Elsewhere world, which was fun.
Mhm.
And it gave me a chance to draw glowy shit on a thing, so I liked that. So
Yeah,
Very
Coraloro
shit.
was very, very cute, and I think having Coraloro, like having artwork for Coraloro for the for campaign 1 was yeah, it just kind of elevated it and made it that much more special. So yeah, very, very thankful for that.
Now I'm not being attacked by a cat. I would
Yes.
also like to claim that I really like the idea of the hair.
Mm.
Like a real fast. I don't know too much about Corollary, but I like the idea of a wild spirit that can just go so fast you wouldn't even recognize what it is.
Like a lightning hair.
Yeah, like really fast.
I'm almost thinking like a sort of Watership Down, like
Yeah.
like the black hair.
Oh my god, the big. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the
Like
Prince of a
LRR
Thousand
and-
Enemies. Yeah,
yeah.
LRR. Yeah,
Mm.
that'd be cool. I'm with that for sure.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, we've got like 10-ish minutes left. Are there any other bits and bobs that we want to discuss? Because like I've got a little bit of discussion for potential future plans. And Nate, if you want to tag in on that, feel
Yeah.
free. But are there any other things that the three of you want to discuss from episodes 8 or 9?
I was gonna say I really enjoyed the conversation that Elismira had with Cooper. I know we touched on it a bit briefly, but I really enjoyed how at the very beginning of the campaign, like again, me and Dan were having conversations like, so Elismira, huh? Is she cute? Is she hot? Is she? I was just like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like I was playing a kind of roguish character, but it was just really interesting, like realizing how different she was to the person Cooper thought she was. Was like, actually, yeah, I think that's Cooper likes people being who they are. So I feel like when they mislead him to who their true nature is, like the thing with Cass is this, the version of Cass we are currently seeing is still very similar to the woman he knew.
Yeah.
She's just a more intense version. So she's not become something else. She's just a more intense version. So I think it's really like, I don't know, important to him that people. I think it's something that I realize about him as well, is he likes people being upfront with who they are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I thought I'd flag
Yeah.
that because it's quite cool.
I'm interested to see what we end up doing with Elismira, because it's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like I'd love to spend time on these like NPCs, but fundamentally the story's you. So I'm always kind of thinking, how can I kind of have these NPCs kind of skim into your orbits in a constructive way that isn't taking away from the five of you, like, you know, rather how can I have them just build?
On that thought, Mayor Coraline, right? Like, I love that we decided together as a group that she knew about Elismira, and now I've just got all these headcanons of these two. So yeah, I think that's really fun.
Well, I suppose that the two of them,
Kind of
like
ship it, if I'm honest.
the two women in power in the area of Dorlashal, both have these like secret second lives that no one really kind of knew about until shit hits the fan, and then the Pirate Queen and the Battle Mage personas both emerge, and they're now these like just two absolute sort of like badass like characters that are just ready to throw down. I saw everyone go gooey when Coraline sort of like had the blue flames kind of emerge from her hands as she kind of got ready to fight in the Great Hall. So yes, I'm very glad that hopefully we have broken the curse of the Elsewhere Mayors.
Yeah.
And that
Rubbish mayors.
Coraline is going to prove to be a
rubbish.
suitable and capable mayor. Yes. Any other bits, or shall we kind of discuss what's some future plans? Like, I feel if I voice these plans, I kind of hold myself to them. So I kind of have to.
I guess the only thing, like, I've already spoken this before because I have my theories on the patron, and I do kind of get the feeling that it is someone I do know as well, because afterwards Dan was like, have you got any theories? Have you got any theories who it might be? I was just like, no. And then I had to rewatch it again. So I'm still not 100% sure, but I do believe that the patron is also a Sanguivar as well. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting. I will neither confirm nor deny. But
Yeah, exactly.
It's Meladani. Okay, so in the immediate future, perhaps within the next fortnight, Nate, are we locking in on a date in that fortnight? Maybe.
I don't know. What's 21st, 28th? It depends on when everyone's free.
Yes, that's true. Have we? I feel like we have voiced it out loud.
We spoke about it before in the drawing thing that we did a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
So for anyone who didn't see that, for anyone who doesn't know, so obviously we play tested Daggerheart when it was in beta, and now they've got a few more heritages, they've got a few more ancestries, and they've got a few more classes as well that have been added. So we've got the witch, we've got the warlock, we've got the assassin, and we've got the brawler. Those are the new ones that have been added. And so there is a plan to test run those as well in a little 2-episode campaign, with me GMing it.
Yes, very, very excited for that. Because the character I've got lined up is Triscus. Yes, so yeah, we've got that to look forward to. Also, I will now officially make it public that now we're about to get into episode 10. At the conclusion of episode 10, we will officially be halfway through the campaign. So I really need to start looking forward to the future. As Nate kind of pointed out, we were playtesting Daggerheart using the Tales format, and that was kind of the idea of it, wasn't it? Like, we would have these kind of short anthological kind of story snippets, like mini adventures, and then that meant we could react to the updates from the Daggerheart playtest as it was going through. And I kind of just like the idea of having these kind of supplementary adventures that kind of fill out some of the spaces in the elsewhere kind of tapestry. So we're going to go ahead and use it again to start playtesting systems in the search for the system that we're going to end up using for campaign 4, which obviously will be happening sooner than I appreciate. And the 2 systems that I'm currently eyeballing are Fabula Ultima, which is a massive love letter to the old school kind of console JRPGs like Final Fantasy, Legend of Dragoon, all of those sort of amazing games. And also the very, very recently, I think within the last week, recently released Draw Steel rule set from Matt Colville, MCDM. Two kind of very different systems that both kind of tickle my pickle for different reasons. There's sort of like the JRPG-ness of Fabula Ultima, just kind of really kind of tells those particular stories really, really well. Whilst Draw Steel is touted as a very kind of cinematic, very kind of action-focused RPG, and I know Livvy was excited about it because you cannot miss with an attack; you always do damage. So that's that gives you an idea of how Draw Steel presents itself. But yes, so yeah, we are going to be playtesting those 2 systems with 2 short Tales adventures. I suspect for Draw Steel's probably going to come out first because they have a starter adventure that is kind of good to go, and I'm just elsewhere-ifying it. So we've got 9 pre-gens. I'll grab some people together who are interested in it. We'll play that through. That'll be some months, like a couple of months tops, I suspect. And then we'll pivot to Fabula Ultima once we've kind of found a group for that, and then we'll start seeing, because as it stands, campaign 4 is due to start January, like start of 2026. This is worrying. It's much closer than I anticipated. It's quite close.
That's close.
So,
Yeah, 6 months away.
6 months away. So
when
once
do we
we
get
with it.
When do we get to do the one with parsnip guns?
I'm trying to. Which one was
That's the Studio Ghibli style.
Oh, yes.
One.
Yes. Yeah, there's a Ghibli one. I was having a look at it, and like the top line was like, "Oh, this is a happy cozy system." And I was like, "Oh, I know the plot line of campaign 4, and that was not a happy cozy plot line."
Obajima? Is that
Yes,
what I'm thinking
something
of?
along those lines.
Obajima.
One of the other channels on YouTube that were doing Daggerheart content, Looking for Mum, they've just wrapped their Daggerheart, and they're about to start this. I think it is Ojima, something along those lines.
Ojima. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so cute.
It is. It does look very, very
It
cute.
doesn't always have to be traumatic, Dan. Sometimes we can just
We can just have a lovely cozy time where we just collect vegetables for a big old soup.
Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe we draw the line in the sand of like main campaign equals traumatic, and then the side adventures equal happy-go-lucky. So, yeah, if anyone would like to run a cozy, you run a cafe in a Ghibli-esque version of Elsewhere.
We're all sprites, and we all run a little cafe.
Georgia does want to play a sprite at some point, to be honest.
They're the best.
It's important to have.
Sprites. Obviously, I love Abe as well, but just the sprites are just so good. I love playing Ray just so much. It was so enjoyable.
Hello, just real quick. Hello, Lady Vengeance over in Twitch. I feel real bad because we're about to wrap up.
Hi,
I'm real sorry. Just wait until the VOD loads, and then we can scroll back. But no, we like by all means. Yes, you've timed it perfectly in the worst way possible. Don't you worry about being late. In fact, if anyone has missed some of the conversation but would like to continue this elsewhere, this is elsewhere. This is a good opportunity to remind everyone that we have a Discord. It's free to join. The link is in the description, or it should be. And yeah, there'll be all sorts of chatter going on in there, and sort of supplementary art, and I chuck up a couple of polls and so on and so forth. And yeah, so if you want to be more involved with and have the opportunity to influence Explorers of Elsewhere stuff, by all means, jump into the Discord and enjoy your stay. Okay, I think we've kind of ticked off everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case,
we're back tomorrow.
we are back. Yeah, this time tomorrow we will be live for episode 10. So if you're watching this now, come back this time tomorrow, and you'll catch up with the gang as they figure out, hopefully, what direction they're going in. And we'll also find out if Dan has managed to build the new foundry system that drops.
And you'll be able to find out if we know what the bloody hell we're doing.
Yeah, where anything is.
I'm hoping it works. If not, you can, by all means, catch the videos after the fact. Okay. That has been us. This has been Titan Talk. We will be back probably in about a fortnight's time to discuss episodes 10 and 11. So discussing any kind of plot twists that drop over the halfway mark of the campaign. Plot twists. So Thank you three for joining me here tonight. Thank you everyone in chat for joining us there. Thank you for your chat over in Twitter and in YouTube and in Twitch. Twitter. Yes, thank you for getting involved there. Join the Discord if you haven't already. And we will see you tomorrow night for episode 10, and we'll see you a little bit later for another Titan Talk. Thank you all. Bye.